ball over. He pounded the ball, killed the clock.
The Star.
Yeah, y'all already know. Seven the pan. That dude Fizz on the beat. Yeah. We live in entertainment. Sound change. Crown the kings, homie. This is where it get ill. About to have the tip off live as a tip drill. From the court to the diamond, to the track, to the big skin, flying around the field, starting five forever, keeping it real. If it matters in the world of sports, jeans and long sleeves, they taking no shorts. Hot to death, oh yes, these other sports podcasts live as a pros course. Biz market wave, the starting five goes off. No matter who you cheer for, emotions out the window, they analyzing with clear thoughts. They take it way deeper than the force ever. No longer got any use for the four letters. The latest news, score stats and the view from the sideline. Ain't no guideline, it's just the truth. Yeah, no need to dig for a pardon line. It's always in season. The people starting five. We going in on three. Run the baseline, starting five. We got what you need. If the sports news you see, we don't waste time. We talking cause we live it. We got what you need. We going in on three. Run the baseline, starting five. We got what you need. And y'all know me, seven sign. I'm the illest cat spit. I got what you need.
Sorry, Brian, I caught you in that pause moment. Once again, hey, Dina. What's up, everybody? It's your boy, the Mayor. Y'all know. Star 5 Podcast. We here. We back. Newest episode. As always, we got to get y'all to that hookslub.com. 20% off your order using the code STAR5. Wrong way, Tyrone. What up, kid?
Oh. I'm here. I'm looking forward to this one because we got my two favorite things: football and video games. And I didn't know we had some special guests. Brian already knows, but I got to let Phil know. This right here is the shit talking championship right here, and it belongs to me. I'm just warning you now. I ain't want you to get blindsided by the situation, but this is the title right here, and that's what you in for today, big homie.
Jamal, what up?
What's going on, y'all? What's going on? Yeah, looking forward to today's show. What's up, everybody? Brian, Phil, Lisper, Big O, and Mayor. Just enjoying this little nice weather Sunday, even though my squad is ass again. We ain't won a home opener since 2010. But what can you do?
Since right. Eli Manning, Big O, what up?
What up, fam? Yo, it's your boy Big O. Yeah, man, like Jamal, man, just trying to enjoy the rest of this Sunday. Yeah, man, just looking forward to basketball season, yeah, because this is already a watch.
Pretty much.
So,
and people, he's wearing the jersey of a winner. 3 touchdowns in his debut with the Philadelphia Eagles. But we'll get there in a second. We got to say what's up to our peoples real quick. First off, returning guests, family to the Star 5 Podcast, as always, the homie Brian Lopes, UWO Podcast. What up, kid?
What's happening, everybody? It's always a pleasure to be on the show with y'all. If I know y'all couldn't see it, but whenever y'all's theme music comes on, I'm always bopping away. I'm always singing the songs myself. Y'all have one of the best intros out there. It's always love when I come here. And I got to take the opportunity because, again, this may be the only time in the entire season I can do this. My New England Patriots are undefeated right now, ladies and gentlemen. They are 1-0, and I'm a very happy man.
Nice. And we got longtime Facebook homie, the boy Phil Washington. What up, Phil? Unmute yourself when you say hello.
What up, gentlemen? How y'all doing today?
All right. What's good?
What's up?
Everybody good. Phil is waist deep in his Broncos right now. Pause. That's the camera angle. But yeah, man, week 1 of the NFL season. Though I wanted this tournament to precede that, but it's okay. Again, we got real lives sometimes. so shit happens or whatever. But I mean, yeah, Phil is too fresh. I'll come back to you in a minute because it's too fresh to go in about your team because the game just started. But Brian, as you said, give you the opportunity. You want to know, how are you feeling so far?
I mean, personally, on a season like this, I got to look at it like, all right, everybody knows what the Patriots dynasty was. Some people love us, some people hate us. But, you know, we're going through a rebuilding time. And I'm actually happy to sit here and say, okay, as a fan, I could sit back and enjoy what this process is because I'm never going to see what I just saw in the past like 20 plus years of my life. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, all right, now let's get hyped about these new rookies. Let's get hyped about these young quarterbacks and stuff. And everyone was talking a lot. I mean, it's well deserved. The Patriots are ass. Our offensive line can't stop a fucking nosebleed. Our offense hasn't been good the past 3 years, and it's just been all over the place. So for us to come out the gate and get a win when a lot of these, you know, pundits and news people and know-it-alls saying, oh, the Patriots are going to go 0-16, they're going to be the worst team in the entire league. Ha, motherfuckers, we got to win. 1-0. We started this shit off against an AFC contender, all right? Slim Shady died, motherfucker. That's what Marshall was trying to tell us. All right, we are 1-0, and I'm happy about it. Plus, I'm going to the game next week. Shout out to my homie, 3-time Super Bowl champion for the New England Patriots, Patrick Pass, hooking us up after some of the great work my wife did for his wife's jersey. So I got some tickets. So next weekend, you know, I'm kind of with Phil right now. I'm pulling for y'all. Whoop fucking Seattle's ass so we can try to go 2-0, which may not happen. But, you know, it is what it is. But as a Pats fan, hell yeah, I'm excited. I'm happy right now.
Tyrone.
Well, that's the only thing that I wanted to say is that, you know, if this was another team, I'd be like, so the fuck what, Brian, shut up. But this is, they beat the Bengals. You know what I'm saying? They beat the Bengals, who is possibly AFC Super Bowl contending team. So for them to beat the Bengals, I'm like, hold up, wait a minute. So Brian can talk a little bit of shit today. I don't think he's going to talk too much the rest of the season, but today, they did a big one.
But really quick, sorry to jump in, Tyrone, but I got to say this. I have been saying for years, our defense is pretty damn good. All we need is somebody who can control the ball on offense, kill the clock. If we can get into the red zone, let's actually put points on the board. That's all we got to do.
Now, Tyrone, your Commanders. Where are we at with your Commanders?
They just started playing. They playing Tampa Bay.
So you're on the clock too. My bad. So Phil, how is your Broncos looking right now?
So far, we already intercepted Geno Smith. We up 3-0. Offense is looking a little shaky, which it has been the past couple years. Defense is still solid, but we'll see.
Nice. Well, my Eagles, one of the first 2 games to kick off the NFL season, they had me on the ropes. But they played bend, but it was like Mr. Fantastic Plastic Man levels of bending, but not breaking. I mean, we couldn't stop any long run plays for the most of the game. But red zone defense, we was kicking ass. Jalen Hurts, you know, unfortunately with too much time, was making big mistakes through a couple interceptions, but still held it in there. And the former jersey that Big O is wearing right now, Saquon Barkley, I hope that man stays healthy all season. 3 touchdowns, I think over 100 plus yards rushing. One of his 3 touchdowns was a receive. His first touchdown as an Eagle was a receiving touchdown. If that is, I mean, and AJ Brown over 100 plus yards receiving in the game too. If we can get a bulk of offense out of one player like that, what does that say about the rest of our weapons? It might be scary hours for the rest of the league, but I don't know how y'all feel about that.
How I feel? I feel like you said bend but don't break. And I'm sorry to tell you, but I think that defense is broke. I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't think those Packers is like offensive juggernaut or nothing like that. For the Eagles to have the Packers put up 29 points on them and look how they look, they're giving up big plays. Yeah, you said, okay, yeah, they stopped them in the red zone a couple of times, but their big defense is terrible. Their tackling is terrible. I don't think that defense is going to be sustainable for the whole season. Y'all going to have to do something about that.
But
keep in mind though, they played on a skating rink. So
that's where I was gonna go. And
yeah.
I mean, all of this shit, first week, everybody's kind of getting first week jitters out, except for y'all. But we're gonna get to y'all too in a second. That's why I was waiting, let y'all get y'all moment in a second. But yeah, that field in Brazil, though they did a whole transformation from soccer turf, football turf to football turf. Everybody was slipping. Everybody was sliding. Freaking Jordan Love may be done for the year, part because of that field. It just wasn't a good look. It just wasn't a good look. I mean, I don't know how y'all feel about that as a whole, though. I like the NFL branching out, but I didn't like the fact that, though I want to go to Brazil eventually one time too, but I don't like the fact that you put these $100,000, $1 million athletes in a situation and tell them, yo, y'all can't go outside. How do people with money like that go to Brazil on a company trip and you tell them, yo, they can't go outside because of danger, Jamal? Like that's crazy to me. That's crazy. How did the NFL, Jamal, not link with the cartels on some dirty shit and say, yo, we protected? You know what I'm saying?
Man, it's like any other sport that's dominant in one region or one country, and they have these guest games in another one, man. That's just what happens, bro. If you watch the Copa America that was here this summer, all them South American teams was complaining about playing soccer here. Especially with the riots they had down in Miami. So it's just what it is. It's not first nature there. So, but good game. I think based on talent alone, the Eagles is good for 11, 12 wins. It's the other intangibles that's see what they cleared up from last year.
Yeah.
So, we'll see what they're doing. How they stack up against good teams with good defense. So we'll see.
Well,
but
I'm not going to lie. That Packers team played very well. But if they do lose Jordan Love for a long amount of time, they're not going to do as well as I thought. You're saying 3 to 4 what, Phil?
3 to 4 weeks. It was an MCL sprain.
Okay, yeah. Lucky him. That's fortunate. But that's unfortunate for the Packers because you need that. But y'all New York Football Giants. Mm-hmm. Whichever one of y'all want to go first.
I'll go first. I wanted to comment off of what Brian said real quick, saying that it's 20 years, probably never gonna see something like that again. I don't know. I mean, Kansas City may have something to say about that. You know what I'm saying? They going for 3 in a row, so we'll see.
I think he meant his team though.
Yeah.
Right. That's what I'm talking about. Right. No, I'm talking about the Patriots. You said they'll never see another. You said never see another dynasty like that again. I don't know about that. And furthermore, Patriots coaches under Belichick never do well. So we'll see.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Great game for Gerard Mayo first game. Yeah, you won that. That's great. You know what I'm saying? I envy y'all because our Giants, man, right now, I'm the way I feel, like I said, man, go Knicks. Because at this point, I would rather them go 0-17 and take a look at Bill Belichick, and see if we can coerce him to come back into football. Because
Bill Belichick is just waiting there. He's waiting for that phone call.
Yeah.
If this shit is still a mess by week 4, Bill Belichick gonna be in the luxury booth looking at a blind neighbor like this. Bill Belichick is waiting for that call right now. He home cutting the steak. He know that call's coming.
Along with his 23-year-old girlfriend.
You know, bro. That if it goes south still as that is, Dable ain't gonna he not gonna make it through the season.
He's not gonna make it through the season.
No, he's
I
not gonna
mean,
make it through the season.
and I'll be honest with you, the general manager Shine, he need to be Shane, whatever his name is, he need to be looking too, like over his shoulder too, because he basically picked Daniel Jones over Saquon Barkley, and everyone outside of that war room knew that was a bad idea, and maybe people inside that war room knew that was a bad idea. You know,
Nah, he played. I'm not mad. They let Saquon go. I'm not mad. We not even with Saquon. We're not going there. We're not doing nothing. He was not going to stay healthy with the Giants. It's not bullshit. He's going to be hurt. It's the way they did it. This guy, he thought that Saquon was just going to sit around and stay losing forever, when he should have made him a better deal. So on top of it, Daboll and the GM, they're paying for Gettleman. Gettleman left that team in shambles, man. So it's really, there's going to be an administration that's going to take the fall for the mess that Gettleman left. So they're going to do this again. They're going to hit the reset button again. So,
yeah.
we'll
I
see.
think it's gonna be at the end of this year.
I think
Giants
he's gonna be good.
organization needs to fucking put some trust in some black folks that play more than just defense. I'm sorry.
And coaching. I mean, it's gonna be interesting.
Yeah.
If shit don't go right in Pittsburgh this year, Coach Mike ain't gonna be there. You know what I mean? So
So basically, a winning record ain't enough.
Right,
I
a
don't
winning
know.
record every season in the league.
it's not, no, because he's not Jeff Fisher. He's Coach Mike. You know what I mean? So it's not. They're not gonna give him the same leeway. Unfortunately, the media's pounding that shit already. You know,
Yeah.
all he's done is give them win the season.
Jeff Fisher or Marv Lewis, who used to coach the Bengals.
Both.
I mean,
Marv Lewis had something on somebody.
Marv Lewis had Betamax tapes. He had VHS. Then he transitioned them to DVD. Actually, and then he converted the DVDs to VCD just for extra backup.
Yeah.
He got a couple sound bites on mini disc players. Yo, something.
Coach Mike got to go. If I don't care, just winning ain't enough because he's already been doing that for a long time and Pittsburgh ain't shit. Like, and the thing is this, I think he's hindering the team now because Pittsburgh knew they ain't had no fucking quarterback. They knew Pickett wasn't it, but they was basically like, Tomlin's going to win enough games to possibly get to the playoffs every year. So they don't invest in trying to find these players they need to win. They just go, Tomlin's going to be the guy we got is good enough for Mike Tomlin to at least get us to the dance. And now, especially we're getting Fields and Wilson. Like, we got Fields and we got Russell Wilson. With Mike Tomlin coaching, they should be good enough. And they are going to be good enough. They're going to be good enough to win 9 games and lose their first playoff game. That's how good enough they're going to be. And I think Mike C is getting real fucking hot.
So my pushback to you on that is you're saying he's not invested yet. They've invested in damn near every position on the field. Just to you, the quarterback position is where they're slighted.
It is.
Okay.
They ran with King. They ran with Pickett last year. Who would do that?
You're dead, boy. You're baiting him, man, because you know that this has been a running argument now for a month.
I know. Just quarterback talk. That's what we know Tyrone is the best for. Just QB talk. The team has been building a quality defense that can sustain for long periods of time. They got a very good running back. Wide receiver game, you know, they've always been up and down. They've always kind of had one or two here and there. But quarterback play does play a big part in it. And Big Ben did win, 2 Super Bowls with them, right? But the rest of them seasons, he kept Mike Tomlin afloat.
Quarterback is the problem. And they are not investing in getting the quarterback of the future because, like I said, Tomlin was good enough a coach to not have a losing season with Pickett as their starting quarterback. So when you bring in Fields and you bring in Russell Wilson, it looks like, oh, we can win with these guys, even though I know that they won't. And so it's like, it's the Tomlin effect now. It's like, we don't have to get the next guy because we can win. Tomlin can win with almost anybody in there. And
But
that's
Phil,
getting old. That's getting played out.
I'm glad you unmuted, Phil, because I wanted to go to you because pre-show you said something about the Steelers offensive line that I really wanted to trigger to because it almost don't matter who you got at quarterback. That offensive line, if they ain't shit,
That's what I was getting ready to say. It doesn't matter who their quarterback is because when they say hike, they're running for their life. And I'd rather see Justin Fields run for his life than Russell Wilson.
yeah, we don't need to see Russell Wilson look like he's running to steal second base anymore.
And I think, unfortunately, a lot of fans don't realize the most important position in football is not quarterback.
Say
It
that
is-
louder, please, Tyrone. Turn
it
your
is-
audio up. Turn
it
your
is the-
sound up, Tyrone.
It
Say
is
that
the
again,
offensive
please.
line and the defensive line, not quarterback.
I didn't even have to say it.
He
Thank you very
said
much.
the most important position is not quarterback, right? But he didn't name a position. He said the whole defensive line. So if all of the whole offensive line,
Offensive line.
is equal to the whole offensive line is equal to one player, quarterback. So I stand on what I said. Quarterback is the
It's a
most
team
important
game,
position.
man. Team
It's a
game,
team
brother.
game. It's a team game. But let me put it to you this way.
But the different units are important. Go ahead.
Absolutely. If you had Brad Johnson behind that Steelers offensive line, would you feel confident that they can win games?
No, Brad Johnson's a bum.
Brad Johnson, Super Bowl quarterback,
Oh,
Super Bowl
God.
winning
Oh,
quarterback.
God.
Did he win his? Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa!
Uh,
Did he win a Super Bowl?
Yeah. So
Okay.
did Doug Williams. So did Mark Griffin.
Did
So did
all right? Did Trent Dilfer win a Super
yeah,
Bowl?
right.
Okay.
Bum.
Wait. Hold on.
Did Eli Manning win a Super Bowl?
He won two.
correction.
Twice.
Correction.
Twice.
Not
Twice.
bum.
Soon to be Hall of Famer Eli Manning win 2 Super Bowls. Yes.
Come on, man. There's been there's been enough quarterbacks that have won championships that show that the quarterback ain't that important.
Not to mention, all those quarterbacks you mentioned move like trees. They all move like tombstones. So
Just if the wind blows, right?
yeah.
Come on. So how many Super Bowls has been? Right? And you name what, 4? Maybe 5 quarterbacks that frame? That percentage is terrible, bro. I told you.
So
I told you when you got on here. I told you, bro.
But Tyrone here, because I'm glad for once, Brian, and I know Brian has heard this shit for years because the homie's been down. I didn't have to say any of what everybody else said for once. I've been saying this shit forever, and the point is, the reason why a lot of these quote unquote all-time great quarterbacks have become all-time great quarterbacks is because of that damn offensive line. Starts right there with the center. Then I will go to the tackles. Then the guards do all the dirty work. You would not be an all-time great quarterback. I don't give a fuck who you are with a half-ass offensive line. And even when we talk about Eli Manning, you've historically say Eli Manning is a bum, but what did the Giants do at the right time? Everything was clicking perfectly. And an offensive line that would be suspect during the year, when playoff time came around, you couldn't move them.
I'm sorry, that Super Bowl that Mahomes lost when he was running for his life. He had half the offensive line on in the Super Bowl that year.
Half. I think
You know
you only
what I'm
had one starter, right?
Yeah, something like
Yeah,
that.
one starter. The only quarterback I'll give that credit to I've seen be able to operate with any line is Aaron Rodgers, Crazy Aaron. He's the only one that I've seen be able to win games like that and win games by himself. and maybe a few years of Randall, but that's about it.
Or even Joe Montana. I would say Joe Montana too. Now,
They had
because when he was
a line though. They had a
when
good
he
line.
was with the Chiefs, there's a reason why he was scrambling on one of the
Yeah.
the video game covers.
Mhm.
You know what
I
I'm
know.
saying?
But that
There's
just
a
goes to
reason
show how
why.
good Joe Montana was, though, because that Chiefs squad. What were they the year before? And then he took him to the AFC Championship that year.
Yeah.
And he beat the 49ers head up. He beat Steve Young head up that the following year. The Niners got rid of him. So that just shows you how good Montana is.
Can we start with the Eli Manning shit? Okay, if you win a Super
We
Bowl,
talked about more than Eli, but go
if
ahead.
you win a Super Bowl, I'm just saying with Eli Manning, if you win a Super Bowl scoring 17 points in a Super Bowl, then the defense won that game. That's clear cut. Super Bowl's the two best teams in the league. So if you only scored 17 points to win the Super Bowl, that was the defense. Period. We know
You're
that.
looking at one. You're looking at one game though. Did you see the route he took to get there, and the teams he beat, and the quarterbacks they
Right.
beat, and the points they scored?
And Jamal and Brian.
I know what you're gonna say. Yes.
So the field goal kicker won y'all Super Bowls, correct? In
did.
Tyrone logic, in Lister
I mean,
logic.
Adam Vinatieri did win us Super Bowls. Yes.
This I'm using. Go ahead, Phil, because I was just using Lisper logic. But go ahead, Phil.
My only drawback is that the Super Bowl isn't always played by the two best teams in the league.
True indeed.
It's
I
about
hear
luck
that.
of the draw. For example, my Broncos probably would not have won the Super Bowl if they played the Randy Moss Minnesota Vikings that year. But we got lucky. Gary Anderson missed that field goal, and we played the Falcons. So we see the Vikings. I think we get smoked. But we play the Falcons, and we beat them. So the Super Bowl isn't always played by the two best teams.
Right. But Brian,
Yes.
Brian, by your logic, right? Do you think that an NFL kicker should be able to make a 40-yard field goal, correct?
Yes.
So Vinatieri didn't do nothing spectacular in them fucking Super Bowls. The reason why he was able to kick a 40-yard field goal to win them was because Tom Terrific got them down the field and put them in their position.
How do you
Yes.
say the kicker didn't do nothing spectacular
The
when
40-yard
all
field
he
goal is
did
not
all
spectacular.
he did was seal the deal?
That's regular
If
shit.
he missed, then he didn't do nothing spectacular.
I
But
hate to
he
be a
sealed
Patriots
the
fan here,
deal.
but he did his job.
I was gonna
Exactly.
say, when the
That's
kicker
all he did.
when the kicker
Under
does his
pressure.
job, it's nothing spectacular.
Under
But
pressure.
when a quarterback does,
That's yes.
Under the utmost
that
pressure.
part.
He did his job.
But
Tom
repeat
Brady
that,
put
Phil.
him in
Hold
that
on.
position.
Phil just said something again. Repeat that shit again, Phil. Repeat that shit again, please.
I said, so when the kicker does his job, it's nothing spectacular. But when the quarterback does it, oh my God. What's the difference?
No. There's a
Go ahead.
difference between
No.
a quarterback can have a regular game, and that's cool. If a quarterback has a great game, it's a difference. But a kicker kicking a 40-yard field goal is not spectacular. Now, if it was a 60-yard field goal, maybe 55 yards, I give him that. 40, you should be able to make those in your feet.
So let me ask you a question. Have you ever kicked a field goal before?
No, I can't kick.
Oh, God.
I got to drink on that note.
That was fucking great.
Yo.
My eyes.
All right. So check this out, right? They call kickers and punters specialists for a reason. Everybody can't do it. So to kick a 40-yard field goal, a 50-yard field goal, any of that is special
Under pressure.
because they are specialists. If it wasn't special, anybody could do it, right?
Right.
You got quarterbacks in the league that can throw a 5-yard out lasting 15 years.
Well, we seen Daniel Jones today throw a quick pick six.
You see what I'm saying? See what I'm saying?
No.
They're specialists. So
Yeah,
don't try to minimize making a 40-yard kick when Tom Brady with the 1,000 cut death. He ain't throw the ball downfield, but he did his job. And he was great at his job. So let's not minimize the kicker at being great at his job.
I don't consider kicking 40-yard field goals being great.
Oh,
I
damn.
think
Wow. All
that-
right.
Oh,
You know
man.
what? Wait. Whoa. Let's see you kick a 20-yarder, and then we can
No,
talk about 40 yards.
Yeah,
I mean,
I was gonna say,
Try a
let's start
10.
from 10.
10.
Start from 10.
10 yard.
If kicking is your profession and that is your speciality, then you should be able, as a professional football player and a professional kicker, to make a 40-yard field goal. You should be able to do that without a problem. Ain't nothing
I
special
think-
about it.
That doesn't happen, though. The best kickers miss 40-yarders every season, man. That doesn't happen.
Exactly.
30 yarders.
Yeah, that
Mhm.
doesn't happen, man.
How many times does a
You miss
quarterback
30-yard
overthrow a
field goal, I'm
slant?
cutting you. If you miss a
Yo,
30-yard field goal, you get
That's
cut.
true.
What was that
Look
again?
at Lamar overthrew old boy that was open in the end zone against the Chiefs the other night.
I said,
What
how many
happened?
times does a quarterback overthrow a slant or a 5-yard out? That's their job.
Well, shit. Like we didn't see that about 2 or 3 times today. Fucking Daniel Jones, boy. I was waiting for them to bring him DeVito.
But I will say this, Phil. Thank you, because you know what, we this football season, one of these weekends before we record, we're gonna all link up at a field somewhere, and we're gonna record some content, and I'm gonna put y'all through some football challenges, so Tyrone can start respecting some of my positions out there. Pause. Other than quarterback. And we ain't gonna tackle on no fucking concrete like you mentioned last show. We ain't gonna do none of that. So Brian, you're welcome to drive down. Phil, you're welcome to come wherever you're coming from. We're gonna get some Star 5 content out of this shit. All the shit that we think is just a given for people. We're gonna put this to the test from us regular couch potatoes.
I'm all right. So
that
I'm
shit.
telling you now. If I come, I'm coming to spectate and laugh.
That's it. That's it. All I want to do is hold a clipboard. That's it.
I'm coming
And,
to get you.
talking to the playbook. You know, do one of these moves.
No, I'm
Because
too old for that mess.
I'll tell you now, I tried to throw a football when I was in Minnesota the other day. A couple weeks ago. And if I didn't have this fucking pain in my shoulder when I rotate, I could still hit 50 yards right now if I wanted to.
I'm not gonna lie
You know how
to
to
you.
kick the ball.
All of my football drill days are over. They are over. I played. I had a great time. I was a pretty damn good athlete, but my athletic days are done. I'm aware of it now.
Okay.
I'm comfortable with it. I tore a muscle in my foot last year playing basketball. I'm chilling.
Shout out to old nigga swag as always. Brian, you gotta bring the khaki pants and you could officiate if you're not gonna compete.
I will gladly bust out the khaki pants and officiate because the doctor said I needed a backiotomy. So unfortunately, I am not doing anything physical.
Oh, damn it. So it'd just be me versus Tyrone.
There you
He'll
go.
beat me in a race. That's over. 40, you got me. I'm running a 40 in like 7 now.
I just want to see y'all kick.
7, you
I just want to
fast,
see y'all
bro.
kick.
I could kick. I'll punt. We'll punt, pass, and kick it. I will win 2 of the 3. You can add the 40 and then so Tyrone can get a win.
Y'all gonna stop disrespecting me.
And Jamal, I haven't run in forever, so that 7 is probably 17.
Man,
Shit. That's about why I am,
number
bro.
just
That's
keep going up, boy.
yeah. Woo, woo.
That's the
If I
old
don't
nigga
pull something
swag.
on the first 2 steps,
That's it.
just pull up a hammy. Ah!
That's look like he got shot in the back. Like what's the name in them Boys in the Hood?
Fam,
Oh shit,
Ricky.
Ricky.
I fucking run
But,
that 40 like Red Fox, bro.
Elizabeth, I'm coming to join you. I said, but remember, I might, maybe the diabetes may come into play. I don't know. But anyway, yeah. Before we get into this tournament, though, Tyreek Hill, like Brian, you said you saw the video and stuff. You brought it to our attention last, even though we briefly talked about it. Talk about that real quick.
Yeah, no, I woke up this morning and I'm like, scrolling TikTok, whatever, usual stuff. And I see that Tyreek Hill got arrested or was given a citation or something. And then come to find out, I guess he was heading into the stadium for, the football game today. And he gets pulled over driving, I'm assuming it was a Lambo because it looked like a sports car of some sort. Driving a Lambo in Miami, gets pulled over, pulling into the stadium. There's footage of this guy out of his car, face down, ass up, cuffed up, cops all around him, lifting him up, bringing him towards the cop car. And then the news comes out that he received a moving citation. So I'm guessing it was speeding. My question is, what the hell happened to the point where one of the star players on the Miami Dolphins, who, like I said before, his face is probably hanging up on a banner 50 feet away at the stadium, gets pulled over while going into the stadium that he plays football in for that team, and he's face down, ass up, and cuffed. Like, if it was a moving citation, what the hell must have happened?
Thinking of the song with the way you said that, face down, ass up. That is not the way we like to get fucked. Pause.
No diddy.
But no diddy. But but yeah, yo, I seen the piece of that video of him being on the ground, cops putting his arms behind his back. Good thing he wasn't trying to fight it off, but holy shit, it was in the mix of Drew Rosenhaus. I think you shared that to the group chat in Instagram.
Yeah.
And it was
Yeah,
Drew Rosenhaus talking, just like nobody knows what happened, but we'll figure it out after the game. They let him go. He's playing today, which he did. But damn it, like why? Just insanity.
Yeah, man. I didn't think dude was gonna play because they were talking about on countdown today that he might not even play because it's so something like that is traumatic, and he fucks around and scores a 80-yard touchdown. So I mean, he's better than me because my head would not been in that game, man. But yeah, he's for something like that to happen to him, man, to a star like that, man, is ridiculous. I mean, Drew Rosenhaus, he said all the right things. He's like, oh, he wanted to be a cop. He this, that, and the third. He said all the right things, but all in all, man, it sounds unnecessary. So I don't know. I guess we gotta wait and see.
I think they was trying to charge him with a BWD, black while driving, and you can't be doing that in Miami in a Lambo.
I just want to apologize. I'm not cheering on the Tyreek Hill situation. Okay, my Broncos just got a safety.
Yeah, that's great.
What are you going to?
Jamal. Tyreek Hill situation, Jamal.
Oh, it's unfortunate. I mean, get a driver, man. These are easy fix, man. Just you got a lot to risk, man. I don't know the full story, but he had DWI or no?
No.
I don't think it was DWI because it was game day. Happened today.
Yeah. Let me not comment on it until I get until I fully breast of everything that happened to him.
Hey man, all I can say is, man,
I only saw the ticker, and then I saw him on the ground, and I didn't know what the fuck happened. Before. I don't know what led up to it. So
all I can say is, man, shit like that doesn't happen in New York. You know what I'm saying? Like, he need to think about, coming out of Jersey, man.
Mm.
Some of that doesn't. Well, never mind. Damn.
So what happened? He was driving, and then what? They pulled him over, and then and assaulted him.
It was a moving violation, so kind of a speeding
Yeah.
ticket.
Okay. So why'd they pull him out the car?
Great question.
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Okay,
Yeah,
there you go.
If we don't have it.
Yeah. in
Supposedly
that
he
case-
got belligerent.
Okay, but you don't have to get out the car to be belligerent. You know what I mean?
Facts.
I give you a ticket, sir. Get your angry ass on your fucking way.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the shit. They always pull
Yeah.
up and get out of the car thing because they know they're gonna get resistance, and then
What I thought about it kind of was, the fact that the shit happened literally like not far from the stadium. I felt like it was the Precincts Fantasy Football League. They knew somebody had him starting today. And they quietly placed a bet. Who can get him off the field so fucking Officer Jones don't tear us up in the league today?
Man, I hope it
You
don't
know,
come out.
it happened in Jacksonville, right?
But I say that
Miami.
I say that as a joke, though. I say that as a joke, kind of fully thinking like I do think sometimes some of these police precincts and out there, the police districts out there, really do be playing games like that.
You know what else it could be too, though? Tyreek Hill talks a lot of shit. He's very brash. He's very like chest pumpy, shit talking type dude. And everybody knows that he's in Miami, and we don't know what he does like in his regular everyday life when he's out in these Miami streets. So he could actually be out in these streets, pumping his chest out, talking his shit, partying, and aggravating the police out there in Miami. So this might be them saying, hey, we can do our little big one on them real quick. Calm them down a little, teach them a little lesson or something. It could be just some bullshit like that. Because I mean, my man do got a mouth on him. He's very brash, and he's kind of he can get ignorant. I can see him being very belligerent with the police officers, and I can see him doing that in his regular everyday life, like out there in Miami.
yeah, they hold in the detail. I just read 2 articles real quick, so I apologize. I thought it was a DWI, but yeah, there's very little details, and that's ridiculous. And that's them trying to get their story together. You know how they do. They're gonna
So
review
what-
body
what I-
camera
what I'ma
footage
say-
and blah 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 to try and hopefully it dies down for a while, and then they'll release a statement. Yeah, Phil, not bad.
No, you good. It was my bad. So what I will say is, I was talking to an officer today about the Tyreek Hill situation, and what I said to him was, because he's like, "Oh, maybe he was mouthing off, blah blah blah." I said, "Your job is to serve and protect, not to be sensitive to words and abuse your power."
100%.
He was in
Mouth
his
to
car.
mouth,
No
yeah.
matter what he said,
That's right.
if he did not physically threaten you or threaten to cause harm to you, there was no need for you to pull him out his car. Give him his ticket and let him go on about his way.
Yeah.
It escalated. Again, maybe he was talking shit. But at the end of the day, this is America, and freedom of speech is the First Amendment. So if you are going to have an issue with something somebody says, then maybe you're in the wrong line of work.
Yep. Sometimes you gotta take your feelings out of it. Gotta take your feelings out of it. But I guess you know what? I'm gonna stand by my one of them wanted to stop the captain of the police force from having Tyreek Hill start on it, and they wanted a donut. And like Big O said, 80 yards later, touchdown. Fuck you, parolee. Fuck you, patrol officer. Now you're gonna walk the beat instead of get a car tonight. I would keep it real though, like some shit like that, and we know how it goes with these pro teams, especially when it comes to police forces and using police forces as security and things like that. Like, number one, all of them cops can forget seeing a Miami Dolphins game, working that game in their future. Let alone they'll probably get banned for good. Like you can't even come to a game. Your family, your kids want tickets? Fuck them kids. Fuck you. You ain't getting no tickets. Like, I can see something like this happening because these NFL owners, they do wield a lot of power out there because of the amount of money that they generate for their areas.
Mm-hmm.
They generate so much money. So I can see I see a lot of bad things happening in life for everybody that was involved in that situation, and just on some black man shit, like, good thing for Tyreek Hill that it didn't escalate to nothing further, because imagine the shitstorm that we could be in press wise if they like pulled the gun out on him. And we're talking about this as black men because we never know. Fortunately, I can only speak for myself. My interactions within police and getting stopped, pull over, fortunately have always kind of been favorable to where I'm able to walk away and eventually go home. I did a couple times I got taken in for 4 hours, 8 hours. Eventually I went home.
Mm-hmm.
This shit don't happen for everybody. And so imagine having that kind of stain on your report card as a cop. You just shot top 3 NFL wide receiver in Tyreek Hill, current star. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the type of stuff that we should feel fortunate that we didn't hear. We didn't hear out of this situation. But they are in for a world of hurt. That's all I'll say is they're in for a world of hurt. They're in for a world of hurt. But enough of that. Let's get on to the tournament. Let's get on to why we're here today. Let me pull up the tournament for y'all. For everybody listening in the audio, you can go to our YouTube later to see these things visually. If any of y'all in the show, anybody on the panel, you need me or want me to pull up any game footage of a video, just let me know. I already pulled up the YouTube on the side to for just in case if we want to show it. We get bopped over the head by YouTube, so be it. It is what it is. It's just a part of the for educational purposes. There's my disclaimer. But here's the tournament. And because if you're a fan of the show and you know Big O, since the 90s rap tournament, Big O accuses me of shenanigans. So every time we do a tournament now, normally we do the random shuffle live. This time we did it pre-show. I asked him how many times. Big O said 2. Let's keep it quick this time. And this is how the tournament pans out. We got first round, John Elway's quarterback. Well, here's all the games that are in it. John Elway's quarterback, NFL Blitz, NFL Game Day, NFL Sports Talk Football. Again, I kept it that way because if I added Joe Montana, the name was even longer. We didn't need all of that. So if you're thinking Montana football, that's the game.
Which
NFL
one?
Quarterback Club, the NFL Sports Talk Football.
Gotcha.
That was Joe Montana on Genesis. NFL Quarterback Club, NFL 2K. Arena Football versus 10-yard fight. Super High Impact Football versus Madden, 05 to current. Mutant League Football versus Super Play Action Football. NCAA Football, 2001 to 14. I specifically picked that time frame because that's the time frame that most people thought that the game was at its greatest. Versus Tecmo Bowl. And if you want to add Tecmo Super Bowl in the mix, as far as just like franchise as a whole, we can do that. John Madden football. I'm going back to the beginning. There's a reason. That's the reason why I differentiated John Madden versus Madden, because within the name change, the game changed. versus ESPN Sunday Night Football. So where I put Madden 05 to current, just so you know, I put it from 05 because that was the introduction of the hit stick. The introduction of the hit stick completely changed the face of Madden, right or wrong. And it brought a new word to the lexicon of football. Instead of getting popped, what do you get now, people?
Hit stick.
Hit stick. So that was the significance and why I chose the era of Madden in that case. But we're going to kick it off with the top one. Now, remember, people, none of these, you see the seedings 1 versus 16. John Elway's quarterback is not a number 1 seed by any stretch of the imagination. NFL Blitz, though, Brian, you're up first. NFL Blitz was a great arcade game.
It was, and it transferred over really good to the home consoles too. So for that reason alone, and the fact that Blitz even changed up its style and had like a different variation of Blitz, I have to go with NFL Blitz.
Now, Jamal, you said I forgot John Elway's quarterback.
Yeah.
That's why it's here.
No, it's all good. John Elway's quarterback was crazy rudimentary in the way it was developed. It had the same up and down scrolling screen like 10-yard fight. NFL Blitz was a much more fun game, without a doubt. But I always gravitated more to the more realistic type of games, even though John Elway's quarterback had no licensing for any NFL teams and stuff. But I'm going to lean towards that, even though NFL Blitz is more fun.
Nice, Phil.
NFL Blitz, hands down.
Tyrone.
I tend to lean more towards the realistic too, but I have more fun playing NFL Blitz. I ain't gonna lie, I have more fun playing NFL Blitz. But the real reason why NFL Blitz is beating John Elway quarterback is because I couldn't stand that like that shit on John Elway football drove me crazy. I had to play it with the sound off because that I'm going with NFL Blitz.
Yeah, Big O, my vote is NFL Blitz. Easy. I mean, too easy. Too easy. It was the NBA Jam of football for its era.
For sure.
I was just about to say that, man. It was the NBA Jam of football, man. So I'm going with NFL Blitz, even though I prefer the realism. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I really enjoyed that game. So I'm going NFL Blitz.
Anybody in the comments, real quick? Again, you got your vote matters. We got 2 people watching. Unless there's 2 people, one of us here on a different screen. Give y'all a quick second. Yeah, nah, you know what? Nobody's vote in the comments is going to sway this. NFL Blitz for the win, 5-1. Let's go to the bottom. ESPN Sunday Night Football versus John Madden Football. A lot of people would say John Madden Football changed the face of football games from, the 10-yard fight to the Tecmo Bowl to now we can see our 3 wide receivers in 3 different passing windows, X, Y, and A, or X, Y, and B. But damn it, man, that game, I didn't like the early Maddens personally. I didn't like the early Maddens. ESPN Sunday Night Football. I don't remember. I would have to look it up while we're talking. But it's either ESPN Sunday Night Football or it was NFL Game Day. I think it might have been NFL Game Day was the one that took over. Yeah, NFL Game Day, I believe, was the one that took over after 2K. No, I'm wrong. Because the ESPN Sunday Night Football I picked was before 2K. And man, this is rough. But you know what? For legacy purposes, I'm gonna go Madden, Big O.
Nah, man, definitely Madden. Madden. I mean, besides Tecmo Bowl, that was at the time, man. Like that, that game right there. I remember the ambulance driving across the field, knocking everybody over and shit to get the engine player. Like, yeah, man. little things like that made me fall in love with that game, man. So I was going with Madden. I'm definitely going with John Madden football.
Jamal.
Hands down,
yeah.
Madden.
No,
bro.
it was big. Okay.
All right,
My
no,
bad.
hands down, Madden. Madden is what made me get a damn Genesis, man. When I saw that shit, I was like, that was a wrap. That was a fucking wrap. I had Turbo Graphics at the time, bro. And
One of my favorite game systems. Don't sleep,
Bro,
y'all.
Mine too. Yep.
no doubt. But I saw Madden. My cousin had Madden. And even though it didn't have all the NFL teams, just the way the gameplay was designed, playing in the snow. And what people forget about Madden is, in EA Sports at that time, the sound design on those games was light years ahead of everybody at that time for a home system. And
Yeah.
that was ridiculous. So now it's Madden. It's two groundbreaking to vote against.
Tyrone.
The best thing about ESPN Sunday Night Football was the presentation. I ain't gonna lie. They had Chris Berman on there. They had a whole like football presentation. It felt like I was watching a football game, but then when you get to the game and start playing it, it didn't feel like it no more. Okay, they had the hoopla, they had the presentation, they had the name, and everything was perfect, but it just didn't play as good as Madden. Madden was smooth. Madden had the graphics. The guys were a little bit chunkier. You know what I'm saying? It didn't have those bony, skinny guys. You know, you can see a little difference in the players. And I like the little ice skating rink that Madden played on.
Yes.
You know?
Yes, I'm
running
glad.
for 2 yards and fly off the creek.
You know, because that's what's crazy. I thought Phil, that the fucking passing game in Madden sucked. Like early John Madden. I thought, but the run game was just like Tyrone said. It was funny because you just see the little legs moving. But then once you got free, you was gone, and it looked like you was on an ice skating rink.
But I'm picking Madden. But the passing did suck on Madden though. You ain't lying about that.
Well, Phil, it's on you.
For me, it's hard to go against Madden in any football game because it's the godfather of football video games. So I'm going to go with Madden.
Good point, Brian.
Just make it a sweep. It's Madden.
Easy enough. Let's go to the middle. We're not going to put no matchups together just yet. Yeah, I'm sorry. It's your vote, Brian, but NFL 2K, NFL Quarterback Club.
Just click it again.
Though I was excited because it had all the mini games. Like I don't know if y'all were like me when it was like Pro Bowl season came around and you had the quarterback challenge. Like that's what the game had in it at one time. Like all the quarterback challenge shit. But then when you played the actual football game, literally one of the worst football games ever. But it was hard not to put it because there's a lot of football games, but there's not a lot of football games. And prior to EA like dominating the license, we had stuff like this. But NFL 2K was one of the cheese modes of football. All you had to do, Phil, was just send Randy Moss on a fly pattern and you're beating everybody every fucking time. What's your vote, Phil?
So I want to go 2K because of, like you said, the mini games.
No, the NFL Quarterback Club was the mini game.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. NFL Quarterback Club for the mini games. But 2K on Dreamcast was the top competitor to Madden. And it kind of forced EA to adapt and change the graphics in their games. So I'm going to go with 2K.
Yeah, I mean, Tyrone, for comparison's sakes, it made EA Sports, which we could say in this case is the WWE of football games, step up when AEW came around and fixed their product.
Competition.
For right now, that's going to be a conversation that I'm going to have to step up and use later on for that 2K. Right now, 2K is going to win against Quarterback Club because all Quarterback Club had to me was decent graphics. At the time of playing
Yeah,
football games,
yeah.
quarterback clubs had some really good graphics. The gameplay sucked. The game was kind of boring, but the graphics was good. But the graphics are not good enough for it to beat NFL 2K.
Jamal.
No, I didn't really like NFL quarterback club. Like what Ty said, the graphics was a part of a wave of games that had dope graphics but poor gameplay at the time. So I'm gonna go 2K.
Oh, is this another
Yeah, I'm going
sweep?
2K. Yeah, I'm
Yep.
going 2K.
Another easy, clean sweep. We should have a few of those in this because, yeah, some of these games were just whatever. But this matchup here, Big O,
Yeah, this
Tech
the one. This
Mobile,
the one I was. This is the one I was looking at. I was like, damn, it was just random shit again.
and here we go,
This
randomly
was the
putting
one, man.
it on you. What you got, Tech Mobile versus the NCAA football.
I'm gonna tell you, man. Again, like Jamal said, I was a big fan of that realism aspect of the game, and so things like Stadium Pulse, for playing at home and importing draft classes onto Madden, those things meant a lot to me. As much as I was a fan of Tecmo Bowl, as much as I fell in love with Tecmo Bowl, especially picking Walter Payton of Bo Jackson, I still got to go with NCAA football, man.
I can dig that. See, me, if I'm the only vote, it's going to Tecmo Bowl because this era of college football, people love this shit, but people loved it because you were able to do like real college football and run the score up for 70. And then, especially when you played online, like that competitive balance in this game, like we talked about a couple weeks ago, Tyrone, once you got a pick here and there, it was a wrap. And you on offense, you could just forget the rest of the game. Put the sticks down. You could put the shit on autopilot. You were going to finish losing the game big. My pick is Tecmo Bowl because even when you playing head to head against somebody, this is a pause or not pause if applicable. Your fingers, Jamal, just had to be faster than the next person. That's it. No, even if you had Bo Jackson, your fingers had to be faster than the next person. What's your pick?
My pick is Tecmo Bowl, hands down, because that was the first king. Tecmo Bowl was the first groundbreaking game, the first evolution of making a pro football game with real teams and making it crazy fun. And as much as I love NCAA, my reasoning is NCAA was pretty much Madden with college teams. The platform was only alive because of what Madden did. But at the time, Tecmo Bowl had no rivals.
None.
Had no rivals. It was the first one. Were they the first one to get the NFL licenses for names and likenesses as well?
I believe so.
I think so. Yeah.
I believe so. I want to say yeah.
Tecmo Bowl, ruled everything until Madden came around. So. And I mean, as dope as NCAA was, and NCAA, it occupies the same space to me as Madden does.
Brian.
This is an interesting one as well. I got to say this. As you guys know, I'm not big into college football, even though my football team last year, the Colorado State University College Football Team for Higher Learning, very good job at, trying to draw me back into it. The NCAA games back in those times were so damn. I know, Dan, you're not a fan of it, but they were so damn good. But
I was a fan, and I bought most of them.
Mm-hmm.
I just hated some of the gameplay. Like I said, the lopsidedness.
Definitely understandable. But I think Jamal won me over with a statement, man. I got to go with Tecmo Bowl. It's a classic that still to this day people go back and try to play.
Tyrone, I still go back and pop the emulator on when I feel like it and play on a keyboard.
So you said it. You said that we can include Tecmo Super Bowl as part of it, as part of the franchise, right? And I'm telling you, when Tecmo Super Bowl came out, and they came out with the season on the game, and it had the stats, it tracked the stats, it tracked the players, their names, their stats, and all that. And me and my brothers and my friends, you can pick different teams in the season, and you can actually play a season with each other
And expanded the playbook.
and play your
Yeah.
games. Yep, and it expanded the playbook, and it was like we could spend a whole Saturday from sun up to sundown playing the Tecmo Bowl season nonstop. You know what I'm saying? And the real thing that I really enjoyed about Tecmo Bowl, and it's a small thing, but it's the arrows. The arrows over the receivers for me was great because you can actually kind of like read the defense and switch receivers. You know, man, and sometimes you push the wrong button and you hit the wrong, you throw it to the wrong receiver, you get intercepted. But Tecmo Bowl had arrows, so you could see exactly which guy you were throwing the ball to. So when you switch to throw to a different guy, the arrow lit him up. You say, "Oh shit, he's wide open." You hit that button. So that was very innovative for me to say. I feel like I was reading the defense. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I was doing my check downs, like I was a real quarterback. So
Yeah, but that helped when you're playing against a computer. That don't help too much when you're playing against a human being, though.
Right.
No,
You become Daniel Jones and staring down one receiver.
No. Like Dan said, Tecmo Bowl was if your hands were faster than his. So if you switch the receiver and the arrow comes up and he's wide open, you hit that button before he get over there, you're gonna catch that ball. So you just have to be fast with it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going with Tecmo Bowl.
Bill?
So I get everybody's argument for Tecmo. I can't support it though, because the thing that used to drive me nuts with Tecmo is if you're playing someone and they pick the same direction and button as you, that play you pick,
the auto blitz,
Yeah.
cannot work no matter what. So
That's true.
I'm
Damn, I
gonna
forgot about
go. That was a super glitch that just drove me nuts. So I'm gonna have to go with NCAA.
man. I'm not. We're gonna make this move on, but I can't. That's not a glitch. That's just called good coaching. You was able to read the competitor. You know, it's not like it wasn't like a Madden or NCAA where you had to move quick in your play calling and hope you pick the right play because you're playing head to head with somebody on the same couch and they can see your whole playbook.
Gotta hide your hands.
It was good cheating.
Hide your
Hide your hands, man.
Yeah, but like, it's just a glitch.
All right, I'll give you that. But we're speaking of Madden, like I said, 05 to current versus another pretty decent, and it was kind of hard, super high impact football. It was a pretty hard, and it was arcade. It was an arcade game. One of the first football games that you can stop and have a fight, a team fight on the field and button mash your way through the fight. I'm sorry, Madden is easy though. I love super high impact. I love all these innovative games from my era. But Phil, for me, it's Madden. What's your pick?
Definitely Madden. I enjoy being able to fight on the field, even though it's highly unrealistic. But
ask Andre Johnson. They ain't that unrealistic. Ask what's his name? What's that damn quarterback's name who Myles Garrett dented his head in?
Rudolph.
Yeah, Mason Rudolph. Yeah. It ain't that unrealistic, y'all. Tyrone, it's on you.
This is not even a question. I gotta go with Matt, but my problem is not because of comparing the games. My problem is I had so much fun playing super high impact football in the arcade. That was the game I used to go to. As soon as I went to the arcade, I'm playing super high impact football. I put my quarters in. I had so much fun playing that game. And earlier when Jamal said that Blitz transition well from the arcade to the console, super high impact football did not. Like when I got on the console, I did not feel the same. It didn't play the same to me. I didn't have the same fun. And so that I gotta go with Madden.
You know why, Brian? It wasn't the same fun because you didn't have to put a damn dollar in the machine to play.
Facts. And Tyrone literally took what I was going to say. The home port was not that good. I remember renting it, and it just was one of those games. It's like, yeah, no, I'll pass on this one. So it has to be Madden for me.
Jamal.
Madden easy, man. And
Oh.
yeah, I'm.
No, my bad.
Yeah,
my
nah,
bad.
look,
No, it's all good. Good.
nah, it look like a sweep, man. Madden is king.
Kind of easy, no long talking. I'm sorry, Jamal, for cutting. But let's get some of these opponents together now. Super play action football versus Mutant League football. Again, another fun arcade game in Mutant League. You could have team fights, ambulance again, running over people, killing them on the field, take off the injured or dead players. Super play action football to me was a damn good football game on the Super Nintendo, and I believe this I might be wrong. No, there wasn't NCAA football for Super Nintendo. I thought this was the one that you could play college teams with, but like Super play action, like this took Tecmo Bowl and brought some realism to football to an NES system. But yeah, you know what? I like Super Play Action a little more than Mutant League. Though I got Mutant League on my Steam Deck. Oh, what you got?
Nah, super play action football.
Jamal?
I got to pass because I never played Mutant League.
Okay, so we'll leave that blank. So we'll still get a winner. Brian?
I'm going to have to go super play action football only because I never really got into Mutant League. Like there's even a new port right now, and I just never had the interest for it. So
yeah, it's cool. I played. I got it on the Steam Deck. I haven't played it in a while, but it's cool. Phil,
I'm gonna go with Mutant League just because of the absurdity of it.
sounds good. Tyrone,
I don't even know why Mutant League's on here. It was a terrible game. Like it was terrible. It wasn't no football at all. You had the hell holes open up. You'll be running free to the 20-yard line. The hell hole opens up. You just fall into the ground. Like it was insanity. It was just bullshit. I think it was a cash grab, but it was nothing about it that was football. So I'm going with super play action.
well, nothing about it that really felt like football was 10-yard fight, but and once you and 10-yard fight, it was hard as hell. But if you took the time, and this is again the OG, this was in the era of Nintendo where you just played for high scores, no real objective, no real point system, nothing like that. But arena football, because I loved real arena football, me and my brother, like we liked like the alternative versions of sports and shit like that. And when arena football came out, and then it came out as a video game, I couldn't wait to play it, and I loved it. It was almost as real to real arena football as you can get. Yeah, my vote's arena football. Tyrone, it's back on you.
I liked arena football. I thought it was a cool game, but for me, coming from the Atari football game with the three dudes in the square and the bullshit, 10-yard fight was my shit. Like 10-yard fight was the greatest thing I ever seen because I was coming from that Atari football and I went from that straight to 10-yard fight. So I got a nostalgia and a place in my heart for that game. And so I'm picking 10-yard fight.
So y'all lucky. Part of this tournament came up because I mentioned great football from Sega Master System. I would have intentionally tried to put great football versus 10-yard fight because, damn it, those were both just rough games to get through. But I'll still play fucking great football. And yeah, I did send y'all the link, right? When I talked about it, I showed it to you. Some of the weirdest gameplay ever, Phil. But it's not great football. It's arena football versus 10-yard fight. What you got, Phil?
I'm gonna go with 10-yard fight because it's a fight to get 10 yards.
Brian.
I'll be honest with you. I never really played 10-yard fight. So for that alone, I have to go arena football.
Wow. Jamal.
10-yard fight, man. As rudimentary as that shit was, that wave one of NES sports games was crazy.
Yeah, I would say baseball was the best though, but Big O.
Yeah, 10-yard fight, man. For the same reason Jamal gave.
10-yard fight.
Those just was legendary.
Won the fight. And now we got NFL Game Day versus NFL Sports Talk Football. Joe Montana, NFL Sports Talk Football. I specifically put 93 to 95 because to me, when this game got to where Montana was in the Chiefs uniform on the cover, that's when the game really was really good. So my vote, it's going to Sports Talk over Game Day.
Yeah, same thing. Gotta go with that Joe Montana. Joe
Jamal,
Montana in the Chiefs uniform.
Yeah, the Joe Montana.
Tyrone.
This is hard for me because Game Day looked so real. Like Game Day they got graphics where it was like grimy. It looked like football. It was like it wasn't clean. And Sports Talk Football, I remember, looked a little cartoony. It looked like a cartoon. Looked like it was drawn. And Game Day was gritty. And I like Game Day when you played in the rain and you got popped and the lightning would strike. So I really did enjoy playing Game Day. But Sports Talk Football for some reason was so smooth. Like the movements were smooth. The game was
Super
faster.
smooth.
It seemed to me, and so I think I'll go with Sports Talk Football.
Brian, the one thing about this game that got me was if you didn't turn off the zoom after you threw a pass and caught it, it would always make that cut to that close up. But then it was like it was nice to see the close ups and breaking ankles and stuff if you could.
Yes, and I gotta say this, and I'm happy you put 93 to 95 for NFL Sports Talk because by 96, Madden to me was the game, and that was the football game I played. But prior to that, the Joe Montana football was definitely it for me. So I'm gonna go Joe Montana.
Phil, for the last vote, we getting
Joe Montana football. Let's be clear. Graphics we have to take out because some of these games are before graphics became a big thing. We should focus on gameplay.
To a point, I agree. But Sports Talk Football graphically for its time, like Tyrone said, everything was just so clean and so smooth. But that was a lot of Genesis games, period, though. Like a lot of Genesis games, just graphically, they just seem to pop more color-wise than, say, Super Nintendo of the era. But gameplay, Super Nintendo trumped Genesis in so many ways. But
yeah, Genesis was smoother, man. The processor was better. So the scrolling and all that stuff was much smoother.
Yeah. But I guess I'm a claim Nintendo bias because I had a Super Nintendo first. I got the Genesis when they put out the Slim system. So, but I had it. Well, I'll ask that question in a little bit about systems. Let's get back to the bottom. This one's tough. And I'm starting off with you, Phil. Tecmo Bowl versus John Madden football.
John Madden.
I'm going Tecmo because I like the gameplay better than Madden of that era. Brian?
I gotta go John Madden football on that one.
God,
Tyrone?
I think we misunderstanding the concept here that the John Madden we got two Maddens on here, and the John Madden football is not really the Madden that I think we thinking about. I don't know for sure if y'all misunderstanding it, but as of right now, that John Madden football is not going to win this tournament. Okay, and for me, Tecmo Bowl is a better game, and I had way more fun playing that than I had playing that original John Madden football. So I'm going with Tecmo Bowl.
Jabal, this is why I put the two separate Maddens because there's two. It's two distinct.
It is two errors, but One is the foundation, man. The innovator, bro. That's the king. Go win Madden. This round sucks. That's like purple tape versus uh
versus
Sugarman's
Illmatic. Versus
yeah, some
Illmatic.
shit. Yeah.
That was the first round that O hated,
God
and
damn.
O was the last
Okay.
pick on this one.
I think it was Perpetrator versus Infamous or something like that.
Yeah, that's exactly what that
Nah,
shit
it was
was.
Illmatic. I
Was it Illmatic?
showed my
Okay.
man. I showed my man at work the other day when we was talking about these tournaments, and he saw that shit and damn near threw my phone back at me. like, how could you do this? I said it wasn't my fault. Random. But it's on you, O.
Just dreaming, huh?
Oh,
Remember in the good time?
Oh, okay, my fault. My
I was
fault.
gonna say, you gonna pick or you gonna get your fucking ice?
Yeah, nah, man. Hold on 1 second. I got it. No, I'm going Tampa Bowl. I'm going Tampa Bowl with this one.
All right. So you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna come back to that one and flip a coin to see who wins that one. Because next we're gonna go NFL Blitz versus NFL Sports Talk Football. Though I like the arcadey feel, Montana's felt better. It felt better. I'll go to you, Jamal, because O is busy.
I
going
can't see
to
it. It's Montana versus what?
Montana versus NFL Blitz.
Ooh, shit, Montana.
Brian,
I'm gonna stick with it. I gotta go with NFL Blitz.
nice. Phil,
Montana.
Tyrone.
I mean,
Will O's pick be irrelevant?
I'm going Montana too. Blitz. I mean, I love playing Blitz, but the unrealism of it is just too much to go any farther for me.
Oh, if you're there, you want to cast a vote anyway, or are we good?
Montana.
Okay. The score is in. 2K versus 10-yard fight. I'm expecting a sweep. 2K easy. Come on now. 10-yard fight. Fuck out of here. Big O is on you.
Nah, 2K.
Jamal.
2K.
Brian.
NFL 2K.
Phil.
2K.
Tyrone. Do you have
I mean,
a little?
yeah, just get the broom out, man. Sweep this up.
That was easy. Here's another easy one. It's Madden for me, Tyrone, versus Super Play Action Football.
Yeah, it's Madden.
Phil.
Madden.
Brian.
Madden.
Jamal.
Yeah, Madden.
O.
Madden.
This is one of the fastest tournaments we've ever done, easily. But now, wait, we got to come back to this. I pressed play. What the fuck? Here we go. Okay, I got it back. So
All
let
right,
me go.
Dan, really quick before you continue, I'll save you the time. Question: does the John Madden football run up to the 04 that you're excluding for the other Madden that we had from 05 on?
When I gotta, you know what? I think 04 and all of that is when it changed to Madden. I think it was around 01 or 2000 when it changed to Madden. So John Madden football was from when it came out to like, I think like 95, 96.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna keep my vote with Madden then.
I was gonna say Madden 04 was one with Michael Vick on the cover.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm sticking with Madden because the commentary where boom, where'd that truck come from? And the ambulance and all of that was game changing.
That shit had Pat Summerall on it, man.
Question:
Yeah.
Did you guys know?
Cannon. Step
Did you
back.
guys know the secret code for Madden 96?
Mm-mm.
There was a secret code in the game that you can enter it in, and you were able to play with the Jaguars and the Panthers when they were expansion teams, and they were both 99 overalls.
No, really?
Nah, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Yep.
But I do remember the early Madden playing it on Xbox. I forgot which year when they had the Mark Echo team. And it was all 99. And you was able to play, I think, with Angie Martinez at running back. But here we go. Let's keep it fair. You know what, Brian, because you spoke last and you just gave us some shit that I didn't know about. Who's tails, who's heads?
Madden is tails.
Tails it is. Madden moves on.
Tails never fails.
Sometimes it does. And this time it didn't. Let me get back to the thing. The show to give it its propers. Madden moves on. We're now to the final four. The father versus the son. I know where I'm going. Current day is better than the OG. Brian,
I have to agree with you.
Phil.
I agree.
Y'all sound disappointed, Jamal. Like, damn, I got to go against the 3 passing window Madden.
Fuck, evolution wins, but it's still a Madden, so I'm good with it. Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know when was the last Madden you guys played, man. But this last Madden, not the one that just came out. I didn't get that one because of this very thing. The last couple of Maddens, man, the commentary was horrible. Like, where's Al Michaels and Chris Collinsworth? You know what I'm saying? Like, I hate it now. And the passing is any quarterback I pick, guaranteed 30 interceptions, man. But yeah, I still got to go with current Madden.
That sounds like user error to me.
I was about to say it sounds like
that never happens to me in college football.
Dude, what I was saying is not user error, okay? If you play Madden on Pro, you'll be good. If you put Madden on All Pro, the way they make you lose is interceptions, dude. They'll have your quarterback throw the ball somewhere that ain't even the route, bro. I'm telling you.
So I'm gonna disagree with y'all.
Thank you.
I play an online Madden league for years, and we play on all Madden. And these guys love to throw it all over the field. The passing mechanism definitely is challenging, but it's very doable. So again, I'm just gonna say it's user error, because just like with NCAA football, the throwing mechanism is crazy this year. You hold the button too long and it turns red, that thing goes so wildly inaccurate. It's insane. It's all about timing. And once you get your timing down, you'll be fine.
So yeah, pretty much. You kept it PG and saying user error because that's big facts. But I play on all pro all the time before I go to all Madden after like a season or two, and yeah, it's all user. It's different. It's totally different. But Tyrone, is this a sweep?
It's a sweep, but let me ask Phil a question, right? When you throw interceptions on Madden, do you actually go back and look at the replay?
Sometimes.
Because I promise you, if you go back and look at the replay, you'll see the ridiculousness of your interceptions, bro. Like, it's ridiculous. Sometimes I don't watch balls go right through my player's body and into a defender.
That sounds like in WWE 2K when you throw a punch and you don't even contact, or you body slam somebody and they're floating off your body. But anyway, that was a clean sweep. NFL Sports Talk versus NFL 2K. Tyrone, for me, 2K. They could have knocked Madden out the box at one time. I'm going 2K.
I'm going NFL 2K too. That's easy for me.
Phil,
Yeah, it's NFL 2K on this one.
Brian,
NFL 2K.
Jamal,
2K.
and O.
Yeah, 2K.
And here we are. Clash of the Titans. Like I just said, my vote's going to Madden. I'm not going to lie, because they withstood the test of time. And once you got past the first two NFL 2Ks, I'm not going to lie, the gameplay did turn to shit. But if they was able to maintain what they had from the first two games, outside of just the cheesiness of, again, just send Randy Moss on the fly pattern, tap the button with Dante Culpepper, you're never going to miss. And I used to, when we played this, like when I played against my boys, like for some reason, we never played sports games. But when this one came out, all of a sudden they wanted to play. All of a sudden, me, the football guy, just was out of nowhere, not a good football video game player, because I'm playing against people who didn't play video games, but knew how to fucking just do the cheese shit and win. So that, don't take that as a, that was a hurt piece. Nah, it ain't. Madden is actually just that much better. That's my pick, Phil.
I agree. Madden is just that much better of a gameplay, and it has never truly allowed too much of that cheese play.
Well, until you get to a certain era, Brian, where you play online like that, the single digit era from, like you said, 05, 07, 08, when you had Chad Johnson and TJ Houshmanda, who never would pick no fucking Bengals, but would pick them because you had two top NFL wide receivers on the team, and all they would do is just throw fucking just out routes, and hit the time cheese. But Madden NFL 2K.
I love the fact that this is the finals right now, because what I'm about to say, it defines it perfectly. NFL 2K5 with T.O. rocking the Eagles on the cover was quite possibly one of the greatest football games ever made. Period. Hands down. Anything that people are still complaining about that they don't get out of Madden was in that NFL 2K5 game. There was so much customization. The franchise mode was phenomenal. Everything about that game, the mechanics were awesome. If it wasn't for the fact that EA got the NFL licensing deal, there would still be NFL 2Ks out there and would probably be whooping Madden's ass right now. So for me, my vote goes to NFL 2K5 or NFL 2K, to the point where there's still mods to this day with updated rosters that people are playing that game. So NFL 2K gets my vote.
I might have to find that. Because that sounds interesting with updated mods and all that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Jamal.
Madden easy, man.
Oh,
I'm picking Madden, and again, it is not because of the current Maddens, it's because of the past Maddens. So I'm picking Madden.
So
And
legacy
Tyrone?
pick, man.
And I'm standing on that.
Tyrone, do we have?
Brian just totally pissed me off because he stole like all of my thunder, my fire, my everything. I'm picking 2K. And for y'all to stay in Madden easy, y'all are in. I don't know if y'all played 2K5 with T.O. on the cover, but that was the greatest football video game I've ever played. Everything Brian's saying is great. The commentary
Outside of
is
Madden.
good. The commentary, no, it's better than
Right,
Madden. bro.
outside of Madden.
Way better.
Outside of Madden.
The commentary was good. The gameplay was good. Everything was good about that game. It was so
Halftime
good.
show.
That's the game that led EA Sports to go get the NFL licenses deal. That's the game, because they knew 2K was better, so they went there to try to break them down. And here's the real thing why I'm picking 2K. Years after that, after they lost their NFL license, 2K came out with a game called All Pro Football. And
Yep.
it was like $30, and I bought it. And I played it more than I played the next 2 years of Madden. I played All Pro Football more than the next 2 years of Madden, because that game was better. And if it had the NFL licenses, it would have beat Madden out hands down. And so I'm going with 2K.
Madden for the win. Though it kind of seemed that the tournament would go this way because, again, it's just the greatness of the gameplay. As Phil said, it at the end of the day, it came down to gameplay for us, the way it should be. It was still fun talking about just some of the old classics and shit like that. Like I said, y'all lucky I left great football out because I wouldn't have voted for that. But I wouldn't have voted for that. But yeah, man, this was dope. And actually, before we go, let me show y'all, if y'all never seen great football, what this shit looked like. Because, man, listen. And I used to play the hell out of it, part because, I mean, it was football, and I got the game system for free. But this was great. And you hear that music?
Yeah, that's Russ. Damn.
Aggressive
I
is
actually remember this
an
game. I actually
understatement.
remember this.
Aggressive is understatement. You had to hear that. That was my favorite part of the music. But you had to hear the same music throughout the whole fucking game. The entire game. It was no different music, no nothing. And the quirk about this game was you started the game kind of technically, I think, either in the third or fourth quarter. But you're losing like 42-6 or 24-6. And you got to make up that deficit in 15 minutes. And you could do it. So gameplay wise, like it was, you seen how it looked. It looked like shit, but it was doable. It was doable, but it was a hard ass game. But it couldn't be added for what we added in today. And so I thank y'all for coming through. This was dope. I enjoyed this shit. Phil, first time. You're always welcome back on any other regular week. Final shout outs.
I appreciate it. I had a good time.
That was quick. Brian, you know what to do.
Thank you guys again for having me on. I appreciate it, Phil. It's a pleasure meeting you. Again, UWO, we are on a little bit of a hiatus right now, but when we come back, everybody will know. Shout out to you guys again for having me on. I appreciate it. This was always, like always, it's fun. So yeah, this is a great time.
Jamal, Big O ran away, I think, to go, you know what? They talking all this shit about Madden. Let me go step my game up.
Yo, shout out to Phil and Brian for joining this week. Great show, y'all. Shout out to Lispa, Big O, Maya. Peace to Ishtar as usual. Peace to Ill Magic. Peace to Disabled Planets. Go out and get your hooks rubbed.
Word, Tyrone.
It's always good when we have guests. Thanks, Brian. Thanks to Phil for showing up. And I just want to say, Matt won this tournament by cheating, just like they cheated in real life. Because had they not took that had they not got that NFL licenses, Madden would have been done, bro.
I co-sign that statement.
Though I agree with you, that ain't cheating. That's just capitalism. It's the American way. American way. Capitalism. Then they say it's the greatest thing ever since Ronald Reagan, and shit and over here,
It's
fuck
big
all
business.
that. It's it. That's it. But word for Phil, like I said, you on now. You're on. You're welcome any other week. Brian, you already know. Jamal, Big O, shouts out to TJ on excursion. Tyrone, not as much fighting back on you this week. Everybody else did it for me.
Y'all learn. Phil gonna learn too.
That's all right. I put some more bullet holes in that belt once again, as I do every week. But you already know, hooksrub.com, 20% off your order using the code STAR5. Which reminds me, I gotta hit up the homie Jared because I haven't talked to them in a while. Hashtag Blackout has not recorded any podcasts in a while. They were on a longer hiatus than UWO, but I digress on that. Anyway, we're done. We'll see y'all next week. Peace.
Peace.